Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadatikam. Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Vishupupika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhansute Devi Pranamani Hari Priye Mancha Kalpadarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vatsadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Come on, all of you. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama,
Rama, Hare.
Hare Hare.
So yes, Manisha, tell me now, what is the name of the 10th chapter before it comes on the screen?
So the name of the 10th chapter is the opulence of the absolute.
Superb. I'm so proud of you. Opulence of the absolute, which means Vibhuti Yoga. So the 9th chapter is a proposal, right? I told Krishna is writing a love letter. So normally what happens in any love letter or in an interview, right? The person talks about themselves, right? Okay, I am so and so, this is my qualification, this is my education. So you think of a proper marriage bonding also, they will tell, yeah, I'm so and so, this is all the details about me. You know, I have this many houses, I have this many jobs, this is my property and all that. So this is what Krishna is going to talk here about his opulences. Why is Krishna talking? Because nobody else besides him knows about his opulence. And therefore he has to talk, and whatever he's talking is just a small, very small fraction. So we will go ahead. It's called Aishwarya. Aishwarya means obviously the riches, right? So all those are coming under Aishwarya Jnana, 9.1 to 10, Raja Vidya, Raja Guna. So before that, we are now going to talk about a quick summary of what we did yesterday. So he says the Aishwarya Nana is the excellent of all the education. So that's a king of education. And there is a separate book. I keep telling you all every time I'll show you Veda base. I keep forgetting that. Hopefully, if you remind me at the end of the class, I will. And ways to approach Krishna, I say Satata Kirte Yanto Mam, right? All the time think of Krishna. And in that way you will reach. And what's the sweetness of devotional service? We saw this most confidential knowledge in 9th chapter, which said Manmana Bhava Mat Bhakto, 9.34. Same thing is repeated in the 18th chapter, almost similar. So he says that always if you put your heart and engage your mind and soul in Krishna service, you automatically will reach the param, the ultimate abode. Hey Krishna. Now the picture is right before you. Can you just tell me what this is? What do you understand from this picture? All of you know what it is, but if you can guess who are they, what does it represent? Yes. I'm waiting. Does anyone know who is lying down here and who's near the leg and who's near the head?
Ranganath Swami.
Oh, that's a sweet guess. Similar, but not Ranganath Swami.
It is Krishna, Arjuna, and Duryodhana.
Perfect. So this is Krishna who's sleeping, and Arjuna comes to ask him for the help for the war, but he sees Krishna sleeping, and therefore he's waiting. And Duryodhana is also waiting. He comes first and he's waiting, but where does he come? He's sitting on the head. So the normal tendency, if someone opens their eye, you tend to see someone towards this, right? You don't twist your head and see up. More than anything, what is this picture depicting is us. Currently, we are like this. We are sitting, right? We have so much of mental ego that we are like Duryodhana. We are now, Krishna consciousness is telling us the process to come like this. We are still not here. This is pure devotion, right? Complete surrender. We are not here. We are not even close to this. Though we may think we are here, but this is like the story, right? We believe Krishna 100%. But when the Narada stuff went on, right? Each one of you were telling, and that the heartbeat is racing so much. So that's the situation. So therefore, heartbeat is racing so much for all of us. The moment even a small suspense is kept because of the fact, that we always want to, we normally think in various options which our mind can think. Right? I don't say it's wrong. That's how we've been trained for many years. So today, what we are doing is we are trying to recollect what we have lost in terms of memory. What have we lost in terms of memory? Krishna. Krishna's memory is what we've lost. And therefore, the Krishna consciousness helps us to connect us back to the old story. And this is what it is. And yes, 10.1, you can please go ahead and read Hare Krishna. Do we have anyone to read? Please go ahead and read.
The Supreme Lord said, "My dear friend, mighty armed Arjuna, listen again to my supreme word, which I shall impart to you for your benefit and which will give you great joy."
So for a change, this chapter does not start with Arjuna questioning, and Krishna continues telling that, "Oh my dear friend, mighty armed Arjuna." So can you see every word when he uses Arjuna, he has a what do you call a syllable which supports it, right? He says mighty armed Arjuna, greatest of Arjuna, all that. He says, listen again to my supreme word. Okay, listen to my supreme word, and I shall impart to you for your benefit, and that will give you great joy. So he says, you listen to me again, and and I'm going to impart this to you, which is going to give you great happiness. So Krishna is telling this to Arjuna, not for his satisfaction. Everything in Bhagavad Gita is for our good, right? Hare Krishna. So 10.2, Name Vidu Suragana Prabhavam Nama Harshayah Aham Adiri Devanam Maharshinam Cha Sarvashah. Hare Krishna.
Neither the hosts of demigods nor the great sages know my origin, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and the sages.
Nobody knows about me, even the host of demigods, right? So he's giving a complete list. Neither the host of demigods nor the great sages know my origin. I am the source of all the demigods. So Krishna is very beautifully telling that he is the source, because demigods are also having more power, but they are also Jivatma, just like us, right? And therefore, just like us means Jivatma like us, but they are more powerful than us. And they are definitely devotees of Krishna. And even the sages don't know me. So this brings about 10.3 as to why, and he's trying to explain this about himself. Hare Krishna. 10.3.
He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme lord of all the worlds, he, undulated among men, is freed from all sins.
Hare Krishna. He says, he who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme lord of the world, right? So what is happening? Whoever knows me is automatically freed from all the sins. So he says, apapa vittam, right? All the sins go off from him. In fact, he is going to bring this up in the final thing also. Sarma dharmayam parityaga mamekam shvaranam braja. So after that also, he says that I will remove. Aham tvam sarva pape. I am going to remove your sins. So he says that whoever knows about me, automatically he is free from sins. 10.6. Hare Krishna.
The 7 great sages, and before them the 4 other great sages, and the Manus, progenitors of mankind, are born out of my mind, and all the creatures in these planets descend from them.
So beautiful. He says that all the great sages and the 4 other sages, right? So they have 7 sages which are called the Saptarishis. 4 other sages, they are talking about Brahma's 4 children, Sanat, Kumara, right? So I've shown you the picture also. The small little boys, they are exalted devotees, but they feel that if they become big, their mind will get corrupt. So they are very knowledgeable, but they'll remain as small children at the age of 5, right? They are completely undressed, and they will be continuing at the same thing. And Manu is Adam and Eve, right? The man comes from word Manu, and Manu Smriti is also written by him. So what does he say is he's the he's the progenitor of mankind, right? Creator of man, and they're all born from my mind. So he's talking about the all of them, right? Are all born from his mind. So 25 of them who are coming out of his mind. He's giving that list. Now 10.7, Hare Krishna. Etam Vibhuti. Can anyone tell me from this picture, who are they? The two handsome boys getting out, and which place is this? Hare Krishna. Can anyone tell me what is this?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Balram and Sri Krishna itself.
Yes, that is very nice. Sri Krishna and Balram. But where is this place? Can you think? Where did this happen?
Comes a place. I don't remember exactly the place name.
Kamsa's place. No, absolutely. Mathura. It's called Mathura. Perfect. It is Kamsa's place, which is Mathura. And
Thank you.
takes them, is Akrura. So I'm so happy that you told me the answer. Thank you so much. So what is happening is when they are in Vrindavan, they are bringing him, right? So they are trying to get him across and to this place, right? So this is called, it's Madhura, and they are coming to kill Kamsa, but Kamsa does not project like that. He projects like, I want them. They are my nephews. I would like to see them. And so he sends Akrura. Why am I highlighting Akrura here? Is because Akrura is a hardcore devotee. So much that he saw the footprints of Krishna and he just fell unconscious. He's so exalted. But still, in spite of being with Kamsa, can you see how much he is devoted to Krishna? So that is the power of devotion. So if you're devoted, they just don't care, right, where they are situated. So if you see the specialty is just like sun, it's situated here also, and you're in Delhi or wherever you are, sun is common, it's the same sun. Like that, everybody in this entire place, right, whether it's a small child or big, everybody is able to watch and see Krishna and Balaram. Right? Hare Krishna. This is a very beautiful verse. 8, 9, 10, 11 are a package, right? So this is what we're going to, I'll chant and I'll explain to you what it means. This is called Chatur Shloka. These are called 4 shlokas, and it's called Chatur Shloka Bhagavad Gita, which means it's a summary of 4 shlokas. So we'll go ahead with this. Aham sarvasya prabhu matta chitta pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bhutabhava samanvitaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The ones who know this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Hare Krishna.
So beautiful. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. He says, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. He's telling that I am the source of everything. Everything emanates from me. And he says that nice who knows me perfectly engaged in devotional service and worship me with all the hearts. He says, Krishna is responsible for both spiritual and material world, right? Spiritual world he brought in for his satisfaction, material world because of our satisfaction. And whoever is engaged in devotional service, right, is none but the wise, right? So he's concluding that. So basically this one talks about the relationship with Krishna, because they understand this means they understand what relationship they have with Krishna. And the next sloka is 10.9, and it explains the process of this. Machitta madgata pranam bodhayante parasparam kathayanti cha mam nityam tushtanti cha ramanti cha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are surrendered to me, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss, enlightening one another and conversing about me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is the process, right? So this one talks about what and all they do, right? So they have great satisfaction, they enlighten about each other, they have conversation. So what is it they do? So that is what they talk about in 10.9. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Right?
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
So now 8, 9 we saw, 10 of 10 we will see is what is the destination. We already saw Dhruva, right? This small boy is Dhruva and he is praying, and the power of his prayer, like Ashtanga Yoga, is literally doing at the age of 5 because he loves Vishnu, and Vishnu comes not because he wants to see Vishnu, but because he wants a kingdom. So this is the final destination, right? So this is called the prayojan, the purpose of whatever you're doing. He says, Tesham Satata Yuktana Bhajanta Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Mamupayanti Te. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, to those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. Hare Krishna.
So he says that those who are constantly devoted, I will give the understanding so they can come. So we all have come here is because of not our own desire, but because Krishna has given us that understanding to come, because some part of our heart has longed for it. So, we say, no, by fluke I came, by luck we came, somewhere it came. So if we track back, this is the reason, right? Now 10.11, Hare Krishna. And this is also the final destination. Tesam evanukam partam aham anyana jam tamaha nashayami atma bhavastu jnanadipena bhashvata. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, out of compassion for them, I dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Jnana Deepena, right? So from Deepa means the knowledge, right? Light of knowledge. He will remove the darkness in the heart. Like in case of Sukadeva Goswami, he removed that of Parikshit, right? In 1 week. We also saw in this case where you have our Kapila. Kapila will come in 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Maybe once you finish reading Bhagavad Gita, or parallel you can start reading Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is story, in fact, our preachings by Krishna, and Srimad Bhagavatam is about the devotees of Krishna, how they followed, right? So that's what it is. And you can see here so beautifully that Kapila is explaining to his mother, Vibhuti. He's talking about how, all Sankhya philosophy. We read that, right? I am not the body, I am the soul. All that is coming up. And this is the final departure of Krishna. He's leaning in the banyan tree, and Uddhava, his cousin, is coming. And Uddhava resembles Krishna. He used to dress like Krishna, but he used to love Krishna, right? So that is the challenge which, that time he's just telling that you hold on, right? I'll take you later. And then, so these are people, what happens is for everyone, how did all of them get this jnana, knowledge? Is because of Krishna's desire. So after hearing all this, Arjuna completely surrenders, and therefore he sings this prayer, which is very important. Hare Krishna Param Brahma Parandama Pavitram Idamuttamam Pavitram Paramamba. Sorry. Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Parandama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Majam Vibhum Ahustvam Rishaye Sarve Devashir Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bhavishame. Hare Krishna. So first he is appreciated, right? You are the ultimate Param Brahma, right? You are the ultimate Parandama, right? Your Dham, which is a spiritual world, is ultimate. And you're the most purified person. Purusham Shashvatam, you're permanent, eternal, right? And Divyam, transcendental. And Adidevam, you're the beginning, right? First. And everything, Vibhuti is also that, right? So it's so great. It's not, now all of you all will tell, okay, Arjuna is a friend, come devotee, come cousin, come brother-in-law. Naturally, he'll appreciate. So he is trying to give testimony. Why do we put testimony online? It's because everybody should know. So he says, Ahustam, Not only that, all the rishis such as Asito, Deva, Narada, Vyasa, everyone have vouched for you, and now you're saying yourself. So there is a double assurity that you're great, right? So he is giving that assurity. So now 10.14, Hare Krishna. Sarvam etadritam manye yanmam vadashi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidur devana dhanavaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the goods nor demons. Oh Lord, no the personality. 10.15 படிக்கிறீங்களா Mataji?
Read.
Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own potencies. Oh, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, oh, supreme person, Lord of the universe. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So he says very clearly, I totally accept as truth whatever you've told me. Nobody, right? Neither the God nor the demons know about me. And now you alone know yourself, right? Krishna is the only one who knows, and therefore you please speak about yourself. You are the God of all the gods, and you are the Lord of the universe. So he's saying this because actually speaking, right? Nobody can really talk about Krishna because nobody, like interview, when you go, only you know, because only you know about yourself. So that's the same thing here. Only Krishna knows the potency. And that's what he's talking about. Hare Krishna, 10.17. Please read.
Hare
How
Krishna
should I
Mataji. How should
Yeah,
I?
please go ahead and read, ma. Yeah, please read. Sure.
Can I read Mataji, Vijay Kumari?
No, I think someone wanted to read. Ananda, I think. Wanted.
Yes, Mataji.
How
Yes,
should
yes.
Go
I
ahead.
meditate on you? In what various forms are you to be contemplated, O blessed Lord?
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Vijayalakshmi Mataji, for reading. From here, let Ananda take over. So, what should I meditate on you? Right? Which form should I meditate? Now, Krishna is asking, how should I meditate? Right? Now, 10 point. So, we will see more, then you'll understand why this is coming. 10.18. Yeah, please read, Ananda.
Tell me again in detail, O Janardana, Krishna of your mighty potencies and glories, for I never tire of I never tire of hearing your ambrosial words.
So he says that now you tell me in detail, right? Whatever you told, tell me about your potency. You just told me in one line, not enough. Give me your list of your potency because you're the only one who knows. So therefore you list out the potency because I'm not tired. Not only Arjuna, all the devotees of Krishna are not tired, right? So now the next multiple, it's a huge chapter, but we are going to cover a lot in this picture. So now I want everyone to unmute. Please unmute. And now whatever I'm pointing, I want you all to tell me who it is, right? I'm going to start right now. Blue color boy, here. Who's this? That's right, Shiva. Who's this? Four-headed person.
Brahm.
Yeah,
Brahm.
perfect. Right. The one with the veena.
Narada.
Narada. Yes. Who's this with a flute in the lip?
Krishna.
Yeah, and who's this boy sleeping? Who's this gentleman?
Narayana.
No, Narayana is with veena. Who's lying down in the shape?
Vishnu.
Vishnu. Perfect. And who's the small little boy with ponytail?
Prahlad.
Beautiful, Prahlad. And who's this bird? Which one is this bird?
Garuda.
Garuda. Perfect.
Garuda, yeah.
Second one. We're going to the top left-hand corner. Who's this one? Who's he? He's supposed to be the most handsome one with a thunderbolt in hand.
Devendra.
Devendra, correct. Indra. And what is the name of the elephant he's sitting?
Airavata.
Superb. Airavat. What is the speciality of Airavat? Does anyone know?
Very expensive. No?
Who is Airavata, Mataji?
Not who, which. So the elephant is Airavata. The top
Okay.
this
Okay.
one is called Airavata. So
Actually,
Airavata,
I got disconnected. That's fine.
Yeah. And I will tell that in a while, but your answer is perfect. Thank you. And this horse.
Ashwamedha.
Sorry?
Ashwamedha.
No, not Ashwamedha. I'll give you 1 more minute and I'll come to that again. So who's this? So next to the horse, who's this? That could be with Chadari or not, whatever.
Hmm.
Here. Who's this? Buddha, yes. Buddha, he's also incarnation of Krishna. Who's this handsome guy with bow and arrow, green color?
Rama.
Yes, Rama. And who's this cow? What's the name of the cow?
Nandi.
Kamadhenu.
Kamadhenu, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Kamadhenu, Surabhi cows. So what
My
is special
bad.
about all Airavat and all of them are because they've all come out of the nectar, right? You remember that story of the demon and demonic Devatas fighting? From there it came. So that's a speciality. And this is the moon, which you all know, that half moon. Right now we are going down. Now this is what is this? What is the name of this fish called?
Shark.
It's shark only. So no major thing. We
Yeah.
will be waiting for a name. And who is this? This yet another handsome guy who's sitting on.
Parashurama.
Sorry?
Kartikeya. Parashurama or Kartikeya.
Kartikeya.
Oh,
Kartikeya is
yeah.
also called Skanda. He's the commander in chief of army.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
so proud. Everybody. My God, wait. Answer should not be out so soon. Please switch on the tab. Yeah, and then now moving to this. Can you see somebody with a red color thread? And I'm sure you will go wrong here. Let me just check. This.
Yamaduta.
Okay. Huh? I thought I was expecting this. Okay, then who is this next to him? So what you said is a swap. This is Yamaduta, and the fair person is Varuna. Right? Varuna Dev, who's the king of the.
Right.
Yes, and this snake, serpent, yeah, Vasuki, right? So this is a lion, of course, you all know this.
Yeah.
And we more or less covered. So I think we finished about 30 verses straight. So the 21 to 38, right? So how many? 17 verses, right? So 19 to, okay, 20 verses, correct. 20 verses we in just a matter of less than 5 minutes. So the blessed Lord said, yes, I'm going to tell you my splendorous manifestation, but only of those which are prominent, right? So I'll take over this so that I can stop when I need, right? So what he says, so he starts off, among the I'm Vishnu, among the light I'm the sun, among the Maruts I'm Marichi. So Marichi is a type of breeze, right? So that's what it is. And among the stars I'm the moon. Moon is a star. Among the Vedas, 4 Vedas are there. What are the name of the 4 Vedas?
Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Yaturveda.
Perfect. I'm so happy with you all. 10th chapter, Vibulans, you're all so active. I always love the class to be like this, fully charged, so that I also get charged. Demigods, Indra. You all know that Indra is the head, right? And among the senses, mind. You'll be telling why only we have 5, karmendriya, 5 working senses and 5 knowledge. Where is mind? Mind is the topmost to distract. That's why we read mind is an enemy. Among the living being, life force, right? The person is alive only when there is life force. Among Rudra, Shiva. Among the Yakshas and Rakshasas, Kuvera. Kuvera is I forgot this one here. Kuvera. Why is he so famous? Is because he is, he's a rich person, right? So he is the head of Yaksha. Among the generals, I just told you, Muruga is Skanda. Among the bodies of bodies of water, it's ocean. Among the sages, Bhrigu. Bhrigu is the teacher, right? Bhrigu is one of the biggest sage over there. He's in Deva Loka. And he's a sage and Bhrigu, you would have heard the story also, right? Bhrigu was testing everyone, Shiva, Brahma, and then, Vishnu, he went and kicked Vishnu. And what happened is Vishnu was asking Bhrigu back, oh my God, is your leg hurt? And so kind is Vishnu because he's so tolerant, right? And but Lakshmi Ma got very angry and she fought and she told, I'm going. And she left. So that's the story of Bhrigu. And
Mataji, this is the same story of formation of Tirupati Mandir, right?
Yes. So that is when Venkatesh Perumal comes, right? Tirupati Balaji, exactly, it's the same story. So maybe end of class, you should tell them in detail the story. Yeah? Krishna. And among the vibration, it is Om. And chanting, he himself tells us Japa. So many keep asking, is Japa mentioned in Bhagavad Gita? Yes, it is. So it is saying among chanting in Kali Yuga, it's Japa. Among immovable things, it is the Himalayas, right? Immovable is Himalaya, and we'll come to other mountain. Trees is the holy fig, Ashwatha. And among the sages, Narada. Among the singers is Chitraratha. And Chitraratha is so famous that Arjuna in fact defeated even Chitraratha. Right? So that is the power of Chitraratha. And Narada is so famous that he will be there whenever anybody needs him. Among the men, monarch. Monarch means king, right? So that's why they call king as Rajarishi, because king are representatives of. Among the weapons, Vajra. Vajra is what Indra is having, a very powerful thunderbolt, which means autumn bomb. Those days it was there. Cow, right? We saw this. So a big cow. Among the procreators, we are talking about Cupid, right? What is Kandarpa? Kandarpa is Cupid. Why? Because they are important for progeneration of children and generation. Among the serpents is Vasuki. I told you, right? The long one, Vasuki. And among the snake, it's Ananta. Ananta is the snake bed where Krishna sleeps. Aquatic deities, we saw Varuna. He's the head of that. And departed ancestors, Arima. Right? Prithri Loka, I was telling, right? Arima manages that. Who's the disperser of love? Whether you like or not, Yama is a very big devotee of Krishna. So that's why he's supposed to be a perfect Dharma. He's also called Dharmaraj because he's Yama Dharmaraj, right? He is so perfect in this person's law. Among the deity demons, Prahlad. Prahlad is one more example. Born among the demon family, but so good. Subduers time. Subduer means which one always can control time. Because we can never control time. What happened yesterday, we can't. What's happening now, even that we can't. We can just experiencing that. What's going to happen tomorrow? None of us are. Among the beasts, lion, because lion is the king of the jungle. We all know this. Among the birds, Garuda. Among the purifiers, the wind. Wind can carry everything, right? Smell, good, bad. Among the wielders of weapon, Rama. And fishes, shark is a powerful. And flowing rivers, Ganges. Creation, beginning, end, and middle also, right? We have said this. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. So he very clearly tells. And among the creations, I'm the beginning, I'm the middle, and at the end. So, I mean, among the science, spiritual science, we are going to see science and spirituality shortly. So he says very clearly, among the sciences, I'm the spiritual science. So he doesn't tell physics, chemistry, botany, zoology. He very clearly says, among that, I'm the spiritual science. And among the logicians, I'm the conclusive truth. Right? So the final truth is Krishna. And letters is A, I'm the beginning. Right? A is what it is. So just 1 second, my battery is running. So Krishna is literally, every bit of it. Yeah. So that these are the things. And now he says among the, all giver of the generator of all things yet to be, right? It's us and women. Very, very important point. Fame, fortune, speech, memory, intelligence, faithfulness, and patience. He says all these qualities in women is good. So any of us who are talking about fame, fortune, speech, the memory, intelligence, faithfulness, and patience, right? All these qualities are the qualities which he says it is. You can see Krishna present in these qualities, and also these are the qualities of the women. So he's talking about that. Among the basic hive, he's talking about Brahad Sama. Sama is the poetic version of Vedas, of which Brahad is the very sweetest hymn. Among the poetry is Gayatri Mantra. Among the months, it's November and December. Margashi. Margasi we tell, no? In Tamil. I'm not sure what you call it now in North.
Damodara.
Damodara. Okay. Among the seasons, it's spring, right? Flower bearing, right? Among the cheats, gambling. Why people say we should not do gambling is because that's the highest. Where there is gambling, there is everything else. There is intoxication, there is murder, there is fraud, there is everything. It's the highest among that. So that's what Krishna is saying. Among the splendid, whatever is expression is a splendor. And among the strong, he is the strength. So victory, adventure, strength are all Krishna only. Descendants of Rishi. Rishi is the whole team, right, who have come down from the heavens. So among the descendants, he's talking about Vasudeva, Krishna himself. Among the Pandavas, Arjuna. So you can see. So Arjuna is the best, and this is what Krishna is saying. So when you talk about Vibhuti, it is one among the many and one above the many. So when you say lion is a king, he's one among the animals, but he's above the animals, right? So it's just a sample set. And among the sages, he is Vyasa. And among the thinkers, he is Ushana. And among the punishments, he is a rod of chain. segment, right? The punishment rod. And among the victory seekers, he is morality. Morality, is going to come even in the last chapter. Among the secrets is silence. So he's telling the biggest secret is being silent, right? So I think you virtually answered all of this. So in the first shot itself. So, name of the source is a homework for you. I want you all to find out, okay, and tell me. And I can give you one clue. This also came from the same milk ocean. And one more thing which came from the milk ocean is also Lakshmi Ma. So, of course, you know the name of the horse. If you know, you can type in the chat. Otherwise, I want you to do a little digging after class. So, 10.39, yes, Ananda, please go ahead and read Hare Krishna. Please go ahead.
Yes, Mata. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existence. There is no being, moving or unmoving, that can exist without me.
So he's telling very clearly Bijam, right? I'm the generating seed. And nothing is there, be it Shara or Akshara. Moving, Shara, Akshara, not moving, cannot exist. So tree or living, right? Moving, non-moving, cannot exist without me, is what he's saying in 10.30, 10.40. Hare Krishna.
O mighty, shall I read, Mataji?
Yeah, please go ahead.
O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestation. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences.
He says, oh mighty conqueror of enemy. So he's very clearly telling, right? You are a conqueror of enemy. There is no end to my divine manifestation. It will not end at all. Whatever I've spoken to you is only a small indication, right? I have so many potencies, but whatever I'm telling you is a small, very small percentage. And 10.41, it's there down, you can read. Can you see? Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. So he says, anything beautiful you see, it's nothing but a spark of. So that is what it is. So he 10.41, I'll chant Hare Krishna. Yad Vyad Vibhuti Mat Sattvam Srimad Ujitameva Va Tattat Eva Vagachatvam Mama Tejom Sa Sambhavam. Hare Krishna, now you can read.
Yes, Mataji. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Yes. So he's just telling it's spiritual path. Mohandas Prabhu, yes, I know the horse name is perfect, but I just want them to try and search and come back to me tomorrow. So a little bit of homework. If that's fine with you, we'll let it be a secret between you. Simran broke it.
Sure, Mataji.
No, sure, Prabhu. Simran has already broken the suspense. Yes, Simran, perfect. So
That's very good. Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so it is basically the horse which is coming from the ocean, right? The milk ocean in Dechan. So that is why it's special. Shrava's secret is out. So let me just think. So what is 10.42? Ata bahuna neitena kim nyatena tavajuna vishtabhyaham idam krishnam ekamshena sthito jagat. Hare Krishna. Yeah, please go ahead and read.
But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe.
Hare Krishna, so beautiful, right? So he's telling what is the need. Okay, with a single fragment only, I'm pervading and supporting the entire universe. What is the need for you to take so much of theory class and make me tell all this? Why is Arjuna taking theory class for us, right? So we are very materialistic. So we cannot relate. When I tell Krishna is so big, oh, how big, right? So small child will tell, how much you love me? Is this much? No. This much? No. This much? Yes, right? So child can only see the stretch of hand as big. Likewise, we can see the sky as big. Right, so does not have a beginning or end. If I tell I don't understand sky. Right, I understand. So the entire 10th chapter is trying to compare a lot of materialistic things for people like us who are materialistic to try and relate. right? So in level 2, I gave this exercise, and if you wish, you can do it in level 1 too. Maybe you can Abhinaya and Prayojan, 8, 9, 10, 11. And Arjuna accepts Krishna's supreme position, 12 to 18. And he says that, right? Param Brahma Parandama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adidevam Ajam Vibhum, and also vouches with the help of other testimony from great people like Atulo, Vyasa, Narada. And Lord Krishna describes his vibhutis, which are so many, right? Starting from 20 to 40. Right, in that single picture we are able to see. With this we come to an end. Your doubts you all can ask. Before that, vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. All of you, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Yeah,
Hare
please
Hare.
go ahead.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, thank you so much.
Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Yes,
Hare.
can you all tell me any doubts you all have? If you all don't have, I will complete the Goloka chart.
Yes, Mataji.
Mind
Actually,
control. Yes. Yes, please
actually,
ask.
I had a doubt on this Advaita and Advaita philosophy. Like I tried to read it, but there was not much of clarity available. So if you could help, it will be great.
So basically, very simple English. Advaita, okay. Dvaita means two, right? Advaita means one, right? So can I request you to explain what is your understanding? Then I will tell you.
Actually, Mataji, I have least understanding about it. That's why
No
I
problem.
tried to understand, but I could not.
No problem. So Advaita means only one, right? So basically, Shankaracharya started this philosophy called Advaita. All philosophies, remember, is about the concepts of making someone understand at that particular stage. It is not end philosophy, it is a beginning or a journey. So Advaita philosophy talks about, everything is one, merging into Krishna. So Shankaracharya brought in this philosophy wherein he that everybody merges into one, which means that Atma, Jivatma and Paramatma is not different. Right? After our death, we will go and merge with Krishna, not with energy, with Krishna. So we will become one. There is no two, there is three. Advaita, right? A means no two, right? Whereas others, Ramanujacharya, Madhavacharya said Dvaita, two. Jivatma is separate, Paramatma, Krishna is separate. There are two people. And we never merge because we have separate identity. See, we will join class, but you can't merge. Example, this particular class, Mohandas Prabhu is administering. I am taking the class, right? So we are two of us who are taking the class. We will continue to be two. We cannot merge at any point in time, right? So this is what is Shankaracharya's philosophy, and that is what is Advaita. Advaita means one, merging and single, or they also can identify or relate Advaita to where they believe Krishna is light. Whereas in Dvaita philosophy, we say there are two and Krishna is the person. So this is the broad concept of philosophy. Is that clear? Maybe now if you go back and read.
Yes, yes, Mataji. And Mataji, what is this concept of Brahmana?
In Brahma or Brahmana?
Brahmana.
I think you're talking about Brahma.
Because when I was actually reading, there was this word again and again, Brahman.
Brahman. Okay, Brahman effulgence. So that is basically Krishna is energy. What you're telling is a caste system, right? We're talking about Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. I don't think that's what you're talking about. So the Brahman is a Brahman effulgence. So Krishna is understood in three levels. The first one is a Brahman, which is a light, right? So if you see the sun, okay, you can't see the sun. It's like really bright now. So what do you see? You don't see the sun, but you see the light, and you tell, yes, sun is light. Yes. Now you can go to the next level and say Paramatma, the one inside is Krishna, which means that the sun disk or the sun rays, all of this come together. And the final thing is sun planet, right? That's the ultimate level of understanding sun. Sun is a planet, you know, it's so many degrees, it's so many times bigger than the earth. So that is Krishna. That's the actual person. So Krishna is a two-handed form, which is a human-like form, but not human. So that person is the highest, which is supreme personality of God. This is the highest realization. So it's called the Brahma, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. Bhagwan represents person, right? So this is the three levels of realization of Krishna. So I think they would have told the Brahman. That's what you're talking about. Brahman.
Yes. My pronunciation was wrong actually, but yes, that's what I was
No.
talking
It's not
about.
about wrong pronunciation. The point is the simple word Brahma has so many meanings here, so it has to be read from a context perspective. So that is why.
Yes, Mataji, very well explained. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hello,
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I have a one doubt.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Hello. Like Mataji, how you will connect a soul to Krishna?
How do you connect?
Soul to Krishna.
Connect. You mean?
Yeah,
Are you talking about connect?
connection
Just one
between
second.
soul and Krishna.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. What were you saying? How do you connect the soul with Krishna? Are you talking about soul or super soul?
Soul, super soul, like in a human being, the soul
Because
present.
two different things. Super soul is Krishna only. Paramatma only is.
Mataji is asking, how can a human reach Paramatma Krishna? That is what you mean, right?
I don't think. I don't think
No,
that's what.
like the soul present in our human being or any living things. How we can connect that soul to Krishna? Like define in terms of define, not connecting a soul actually. How you
Okay.
define?
Because connecting
How
only
can
is the
reach
Chatur. I
Krishna?
understand.
How
So
you
connecting
define?
only is
Yeah,
the Chatur Shloka.
yeah.
Connecting only is Chatur Shloka. If so, we are talking about how do we connect the soul to Krishna. We are going to connect the soul to Krishna by understanding one concept. We are part and parcels of Krishna. Example. Uh, just one second. I will tell you. I'll give you a better example which you can understand. So Shivam. So let's say. So are you part and parcel of your mom? You came from your mom. Yes or no?
Yes, Mataji.
Right? All of us, right? So we are part and parcel. We belong to the same family. Yes or no? Yes, right? But at any point in time, do you go and merge with your mother or your father? We all have dinner, lunch together. So we all merge together in the sense we all go together, but we don't merge, right? Mother's body has given birth to us, but at no point in time we are going to go back into the body. Yes or no? So likewise, we have come from Krishna. So we are part and parcels of Krishna, right? Just like your finger. The finger, if you cut off, has no value. Right? As long as it is, or the hand. If I cut off the hand, chop off the hand will not have any value. It's material. As long as it's connected to this body. Why? Because life force is Krishna. So we are part and parcels of Krishna. That is the only relationship we have. The main relationship we have. And our value is only with connection. Now, there are various relationships with Krishna, which is different. I told you all, right? 5 relationships are there. One is the neutrality, which means like like the flute or the cow, right? In a very soft way you connect. The next one is dasya bhav, is that of Hanuman. You know how Hanuman is. Anybody thinks Hanuman is a servant? Has anyone spoken like that about Hanuman? Anybody in the yes or no? Does anyone feel that? No, right? So that is a bhav which is center. Why I'm telling center is because everybody connects to this. Whether you're a parent or whether you're a friend, whether you in love, you have served, right? So dasya bhav becomes, I won't say highest, but it becomes the center. So typically, all of us will serve Krishna at this point in time in dasya bhav because we don't know our bhav. Vatsalya, it can be, which is a parental, or prior to that, it's a Sankhya, like Arjuna friend, or the highest is the Madhurya Bhav. And we connect Krishna in any one Bhav, which we know only after going to Goloka chart, which I'm going to show you today. But what we cannot connect, what we cannot relate is is which Bhava we are in. So we will all worship as a servitor, right? Like the Hanuman, we will worship him in that role. So that's a point which I want. Did I answer your question or did I die?
Hare Krishna Mataji. I have a little. I want a little more clarity. Like Krishna is a super soul. Okay. He from him only there are so many demigods. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So same. if the Krishna is super soul, uh, if we calling so many devatas as demigod, how we define soul
Okay,
with
now first and
respect to
foremost,
Krishna?
Krishna is super soul, yes. From that only various devatas are coming. I want a small correction. From super soul devatas are not coming. From Krishna, Vishnu is coming. From Vishnu, super devatas are coming, and the Krishna enters the heart as super soul. Right, but I'm just trying to redefine it. Now, how do you connect soul? Is whatever devatas you told are also souls. Huh? Just that the power of the devata are higher. There, whether it's a soul of you or whether it's a soul of a monkey or a devata, we are all in a different platform, but it's the same platform with Jivatma, which means it's all soul. So what soul Ganesha has and what you have, all are eternal. But the fact is, even the material body we have, but they have a subtler body which is more powerful than us because they are direct recruits. Just simple. You are okay. You are. Are you studying? Are you studying school or college, Shiva?
I have passed
Sorry.
I have passed my bachelor.
Okay, so you finished your degree,
Yeah.
right? So basically, you were in college, right? So in college, let's say that you have various subjects: physics, chemistry, whatever. I don't know what you did, but I'm just saying. So you have
I'm an IT engineer. Yeah.
sorry, IT. Okay, so
IT
super
engineer. Yeah.
IT. So fine. So computer science. So you would have HOD for computer science, right? So if you have done computers and I have done computers, so we used to still have a subject in physics, a subject in maths, right? I'm not getting in too much of degree, right? So we have HOD of computer. We also have HOD of physics. We have HOD of chemistry. We directly may report to the HOD of computer. Forget that. Broadly, we have 3 levels of HOD, right? So the HOD is, can you tell the HOD is different from us? How? Because they are more knowledgeable, more experienced. But are they also a part, like, they are also human beings? Yes or no?
Yes, Mataji.
Likewise, demigods are also souls. More qualified, they are hired by Krishna and they are doing administrative work. But that doesn't make them different. It makes them superior to us. Like, definitely your HOD, you have to listen. He's more powerful than you. Knowledge wise, power wise, position wise, like that, demigods, knowledge wise, power wise, position wise is higher. But tell that he is the greatest. Right? He is the ultimate. That's the same thing. Because they, but ultimately you or are all educated and graduated out of a college or university, and you're all human beings. Like that, all demigods are also, and animals, everyone are all lives created by parcel of Krishna. Did I make it clear or did I get
Mataji, one more to continue with it. Like, if all souls are related to Krishna or it comes from Krishna, super soul, then why
not
these?
super soul from Krishna? Don't use the word super soul.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
Thank you.
my bad. Yeah. So, if all these souls are coming from Krishna, then why these soul don't surrender themselves when
Very
when
beautiful. Are you
yeah,
very
like
good boy? Are you very good boy to your mama?
yes, I am.
Okay, that's so sweet. So I'm going to ask the same question to Simran. Simran, are you a very good girl to your mama? Do you listen to your mama, whatever she tells? Honest answer. See, Simran is not even unmuting now. I will check with Ananda because she's already unmuted. But Ananda will take 2 minutes to talk. Sometimes yes. No, no,
Mataji,
no,
I
no.
always keep arguing with my mom. Whatever she
Thank you.
says,
So sweet,
I
Ananda. So sweet. Such a honest answer. And also Simran has given a very nice, sometimes yes. So basically it's the same thing, right? We all know bottom line is mom does good for us. We are very clear. But still, what happens is we have different thoughts. So why we don't surrender is a very beautiful question. Is because we want our individuality. I have an opinion. Did we not like our mother when we were 2 year and 3 year old? Whatever mom told is great. Yes or no? Mom is hero worship, heroine worship, whatever word. Right? Become 20 years, why is the opinion changing? Did we get a new mother in the process? Or it's the same mother, no? So there may be one exceptional person like Shivam who is very obedient to the mother, but there will be most of them like us who doesn't, who will keep arguing, who will fight, who will pick. We'll still love, but we'll argue. And in the process of argument, we will even forget love, right? is what's happening, whether it's Krishna. So we don't surrender. We just don't surrender. By nature, we don't want to surrender because I am believer of me. I love my mom also, but I love me. I want my I factor. It's my room, my privacy, my watch. Right? Let me give you a smaller example, Shivam. You have a room of your own.
Sorry, Mataji.
You have a room of your own in your house.
No, we are a group of like, no, not a separate room. We are
No,
in a
that's fine. But
Mumbai.
you will be with your brothers or sisters, right?
Yes.
When you were 1 year old, where were you?
In Mumbai only.
No, that's fine. But when you were
Uh,
1 year old, you were with your mother, right? As
yeah,
you grow, you want independence, right? Whether your brother or your sister, you all pool together and you all are separate. Yes or no?
right.
Because now we feel we have our own life, our own privacy, our own secrets. None of us can tell that we share 100% to our mother. Even Shivam, you may be obedient to your mother, but will you tell
Right.
most secret,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You may feel one teacher is like like we used to give names to teachers. I'm sure you all did too. So we
Right.
used to tell Goa, mango head, coconut head, and all that. Okay, I will stop here. I will not tell in detail. So you can rest. So this and all we never used to share with the mom. So I'm sure that you like there would be a very nice girl in your engineering college. Would you go and tell your mom, I saw this, I was so attracted to this girl at the very first instant? Would you say that? Don't say that.
Depends how the relation between
No,
and
true. But see, you will still
how
communicate.
the comfort zone,
Way.
like how the
You may
comfort
not tell
zone.
exactly how you feel.
Exactly. Yeah.
So in my college, this was during PG, right? So I didn't have the guts to go and ask this fellow. He used to go around and be very vocal, right? Very vocal about anything. He used to come and tell, okay, I like you means he used to go and tell straight. Okay. And in fact, he was a Muslim. So he said in his Shastra, and this applies to all. So he used to say that in the Shastra, it says that you just have to be honest. Very good. So you have to go and tell honestly whatever you feel to the person. So I was scared to talk to him. So I was telling my friend, she had another friend. So I told, I know if I tell her, she'll go to him. I told her, okay, so very good. So will this guy go to the middle of the road and he sees a beautiful girl and will he go and tell her, hey, I love you so much. I really feel like hugging you. Would he go and say, because the Shastra says, and exactly how I predicted it went straight there. It says that, I would say. So I couldn't handle him. That was different. But what I'm trying to tell is even Bhagavad Gita, all literature says you have to be honest. But there is a line called honesty, right? What you can do. You go outside, you see some very beautiful, and it applies not to you, even to girls. Very nice looking guy. You may feel that, wow, this guy is handsome. You won't go and tell the guy, hey, you're very handsome. Unknown guy. Right? He'll think something is wrong. Right? And you will not definitely go and tell your mom, I saw this guy. He was Mama, I saw this girl. She's so beautiful. I was stunned. Would you say that? You won't say that, right? So that's the difference. So surrender is something where you're so transparent, you can go and tell. It happened. I will tell you tomorrow the story, right? It happened with Arjuna and with Subhadra, right? They will go to Arjuna and to Krishna and tell the story. Tomorrow just remind me about the love story. I was like zapped when I heard the story. I thought, oh my God, if some sister can go and tell, her darkest, deepest secret to a brother, and that yoga, that is surrender. Arjuna goes and tells. And I'll tell you the story. You can read. Please remind me. This is a story which I've enjoyed, and I'm sure you all will enjoy. I don't tell too much in the adults forum because they won't relate so much. But since it's youth, we can have this fun tomorrow. So tomorrow we have 2 day session. So if you tell you this love story, and you can then relate how much of surrender. See, being obedient, surrendering is different. So being obedient, most of us are. Even like how all of us will be obedient to the mother. But surrendering is where you're like completely honest and transparent. Even like I have my mom who's my best of friends, but still I'll take 3 days if I've had a hit. I will keep quiet after 3 days. I tell her in a very polished way. I'll polish it. And I'm sure most of us are like this. So why I'm sharing this with you is because that's the same thing with Krishna. Surrender, yes, we all want to surrender, but where? Like first, we don't want to be like Duryodhana. We are not yet like Arjuna. We're somewhere in between because we want that I factor, my individuality, my interest, my, so all this will come up. So just a point, right? So tomorrow we will do the 11th chapter. We'll do small bits, like half of 11th chapter we'll stop. And then we will do Goloka chart, we will do the story. We'll have more fun time. Tomorrow, you all must be relatively free, right? Saturday. So we log in at 3 and start. Is that time? So who's going to do the chanting? I think Shivam, it's your day, right? Because yesterday,
Yes, Mataji.
yes,
Thank
today
you,
is come on.
Mataji. You explained very well. You made it understandable. You came to our level and made it easy.
Exactly. So we are very grateful and
Hey, no,
thankful.
it's okay. I also enjoyed. You'll enjoy more after you hear the love story of Subhadra and Arjuna.
Yes. I'm eager to know.
Yeah, because I've been very selective in telling the story because I've always, it's like it's a proper love story, like a movie. You don't have to build your hype so much, but what I'm trying to tell, it's like that. So it may not suit every audience. So there you have to be more. Sometimes when you address the elders, they won't relate. So I'm sure you all can relate. So I'll tell you all this tomorrow. And yes, Shivam, you can start. Today is the 10th day, so easy max into 6. Anyway, you're an engineer, you should know.
Yeah. Today, eighth days, no?
Today is 10th day. Our 10th chapter, how can it be 8th day?
10, okay, 80 times, right?
How many times you will chant?
80, no?
How will you
60
chant?
times, Mataji.
6 into 10 is 60. My granny always says
Today is 6th or 8th?
today is the 10th day. 8th
10th day.
chant 6 into 1, 6 into 2. 60.
60, yeah, okay.
My granny always says the basic maths engineers don't do well. Now I understand.
Okay. I forget that number actually. I
Yeah.
have a good command on calculation. So
No
I'll be
problem.
starting. Yeah.
Sure. Hare
Should
Krishna,
I-
thank you so much. I'll just start.
I will. I will.
Yeah, I'll just start the thing. The Panchatattva mantra.
Yes.
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Dadara Srimad Gaura Bhakta Brinda. Hare Krishna, you can start. Hare Krishna. Mohandas Prabhu, you can stop recording. Thank you so much.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.